Hey there folks, I hope you're doing good today. Next up on the channel we've got a lyric video from a band called Flesh Orchard. It's a dope name, but I'm hoping for very heavy metal off this name. You can't have a name like Flesh Orchard and not be ripping badass metal, so we got good hopes for this one. Get it up on the screen, see what this band's all about. Ripping out the gates, that's what I wanted to hear. Yeah, good sound on the guitars. Drums sound quite interesting. They've got quite an interesting EQ and production on the drums. Yeah, nice death metal vocals. The lyrics go with the name of the band. They will never know. I am coming for you, and I have lost control. On the brutal bones. The guitars, are ripping. The drums are ripping as well, but the guitars sound really thick. Good lyrics. Yeah, it's such a thick tone on the guitars. And by contrast, the drums are quite thin. As I say, they've got quite a strange EQ. A lot of high end on the drums, not a lot of guts to them. But a lot of guts to the guitars. Good high energy death metal. Relentless speed. Yeah. Yeah. Good vocal. Really nice energy. Good video as well, goes good with it. Yeah, good solo. I am coming for you, and I have lost control. Floating on the brittle bones, down nothing but dust. Rushing down defenseless minds, as death is a must. My subjects are appealing, the servants are enslaved. Heavy. Once I get my hands on you, won't be seen. Nice. The lyrics are good fun. I know some people take this kind of style very seriously, but to me it's a bit of fun. It's a bit flesh orchard. It's a bit tongue-in-cheek. Yeah, they're just having fun with it. Got another solo. Crazy solos. All over the place. Nice. Still going. Yeah. That was a crazy solo there. Wow, there you go. That's Flesh Orchard. And as I was saying, with a name like that, you better be blasting me out the gates. And they certainly were. That was non-stop energy all the way through. Some pure death metal for a change. There's no deathcore or anything like that in there in this one. These guys are pure death metal. rocking it all the way through. They're not breaking it down or anything like that. These guys are high energy from start to finish. Guitars are absolutely ripping. The tone on the guitars was just thick as mud. Was absolutely ripping all the way through. As I say, the drums, to my ears, had quite a strange EQ on them. They had quite, it sounded like they'd had a lot of the low end taken away in the EQ. So you're getting more of just the mids and the high end of the drums. Could have been a bit bassier for my taste. It went well with the music, don't get me wrong. There was nothing wrong with it. It's just for my own personal ears, I would have had a bit more bass on the bass drum there, just to make it kick through a bit harder. It sounded heavy. It went with the guitars. The guitars kind of filled in that role, and the drums were kind of more on top of the guitars in this mix. It was an interesting mix. But very cool band, super cool name, Flesh Orchard. The track we listened called was Devour the Marrow. So they've got all of those themes going on. We're going to look at their Metal Archives page. They're from United States, Atlanta, Georgia. They've been going since 2017, so they're fairly new to the scene. They're a death metal band, obviously. Now their themes are horror concepts, slasher films, horror novels, and fictional dark folklore. So yeah, living up to the name with all of that, horror and slasher stuff. Unsigned independent. They've just got the one release out. It's called Blood Shower. So they've got all the cool names going on. That was come out in 2019. Let's see how many tracks. Oh, 10 tracks on this one. And they're decent length tracks. They're all over 3 minutes, some 4-minute tracks in there as well. So that's going to be a good listen. 34 minutes on that release. It looks as well like they have got their own webpage, which is doesn't happen too often with the bands that we look at, but it's good to have your own webpage. Makes you a bit more professional, gives people a bit more to look at, and get to know you and all of that. That's pretty cool. I've got a Bandcamp page as well where you can pick up Blood Shower for $9.99. That's a pretty good price because it is 10 tracks. So basically $1 a track. That's pretty good. Says they're brutal death metal out of Atlanta. Fueled by the old school 90s death metal. I could hear that. These guys, as I say, are more classic death metal than kind of your deathcore or your new school death metal. But yeah, we like a bit of classic, man. Let's just have a look at their Facebook page. 3 members in the band, so they make a lot of noise for just 3 guys. Self-produced, pretty good. Doing it all themselves, and yet just stuff we've already been over. They're into thrash metal, grind, and 90s death metal. Yeah, I got a 90s vibe from this band, but the production wasn't 90s. The production was more kind of up to date, but it had the 90s style, the 90s riffs, the 90s vibe, but kind of with a new school production on it. Very, very cool. So there you go. That was Flesh Orchard. Let's remind ourselves of the name of the track. Devour the Marrow, another good name. They got all the good names in this band. So yeah, go and check them out. Links will be in the description. Thanks for watching. See ya.